Welcome back to Old School, New School. I'm your host, Dante Harris, and I'm joined here by my pops, Anthony Harris.
What's up?
And last night, we had a crazy turn of events with my man, Quillan Salkilld, with a big upset, I'd say.
I don't know if it was an upset or not. He's never been tested, so you can't judge his skills. He's dominated everybody he's fought.
That's true.
Jake Quillan. No, I'm just joking about the name. I thought he put on a perfect performance.
I mean, what can you say, man? It's fantastic. This man just choked out Mateusz Gamrot in the first round.
And you know that's not an easy task. So I was thinking in that fight that Gamrot might have taken his grappling a little bit for granted. Would you agree with that?
He looked careless when he had his back, has the body lock on him. He had both hooks in.
Yeah.
And both hands on the ground. Didn't fight the hands, didn't try to defend or nothing. I don't even.
Yeah, it was in those moments. Some fighters actually don't look for that, but if you notice, that is the biggest vulnerability is getting up. Two hands on the ground, a lot of times you can defend it because you're so tight inside. But in those transitions, when you're going from on all fours up, because that's what happened. He was going up, and he left his arms down without getting up like this. So that was the end result.
Gave it to him.
Yeah, that was the end result. So I thought it was a weak, not a weak performance. I just thought he underestimated his opponent.
I guess so.
And he paid for it, and you can't do that at this level.
You should know that as a vet, man. You don't underestimate nobody.
Nobody. And this guy's proven himself. I mean, look what he did to Darnush. He stuffed all takedowns, dominated everything in every position. So, I mean, you knew he had some skills there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. Who knows what went on, but it's a big win for Quillan.
See here, they haven't even updated all the bonuses they're giving out. Because I'd be interested to see who got him. I'm guessing he got a performance for sure.
Yeah. I think maybe even, who knows? I mean, the sky's the limit for this young man.
Yeah, he did get the performance of the night.
Did he?
Well deserved.
I think so.
And I see over here the fight of the night I do not agree with, but we'll get to that. But great from Quillan Salkilld. Let's see, though, because this is actually a huge win. Biggest win of his career.
For sure.
He just entered the top 10 with Dariush. Now he enters in the top.
The elite.
Maybe right there at the 5, right on the cusp, if anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think he joined the 15, beating Dariush. Now he's in the top 10. Whatever the case is, his next fight could well likely be someone like... Nah, that's not going to happen. I was going to say...
What?
Paddy Pimblett. Even though he just had a great win. I mean, if you look right here, we have Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. Armin has a fight coming up. Ilya still in limbo. I've been hearing a lot of talks about Ilya fighting potentially Usman Nurmagomedov if he were to come into the UFC. That's the rumor.
A lot of rumors.
That'd be insane.
A lot of rumors. Paddy, I think, for Paddy, he after getting the big win that he wants, he fought below him, so I don't think he wants to fight below him again.
Oh, was he above Saint Denis?
I thought so. I could be wrong there. But either way, I mean, this is the UFC. You got to fight whoever they give you. So that's not a bad pickup right there. I think it's a great one for Quillan. He keeps moving up, fighting people like that. Nobody even with him in that sense. So who knows what the UFC will give him. Yeah,
that would be an interesting matchup. They probably won't want that, have two rising stars. Even though Paddy has already had his chance to go get the interim belt.
I think, Topuria and Paddy's a better match because they hate each other. You might as well get this bad blood out the way.
And then give Quillan Oliveira?
Sure. It's a better matchup.
Or even Max.
I don't know if he deserves that one.
But Max is coming off a loss.
But then again...
a
win.
I totally even looked over. I looked over the McGregor fight. I was just thinking about the Oliveira fight. And that wasn't even the fight, the McGregor fight. But
yeah, I think Oliveira makes a lot of sense. But who knows? As I said, it's going to be hard to determine who they're going to give him in that sense. I don't think the fight was exciting enough to spend a lot of time on it.
No.
It was a good win. Definitely a good win for Quillan.
So next we have the co-main event, Diego Ferreira, the 42-year-old, supposedly.
I like that fight.
Maybe they switched up the numbers. It looked more like 24.
Yeah.
Against Billy Quarantillo.
Yeah.
What'd you think about this fight?
I like the fight a lot. I think Billy's layoffs always hurt him, man. You don't see him a lot. You know, he's super sharp when we see him often, and which is very rare. But in a situation like this, he came out with a lot of pressure. Fajeda was just better. He was just better tonight, last night, rather.
He looked quick, man.
Yeah. He was
athletic.
Yeah. He had good cardio, you know. I don't want to take anything from Quintella because he did well, too, in certain points. But Fajeda, it was close in the striking numbers.
They were awarded Fight of the Night.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know about that one. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight.
I'll give them that, but I think there was a better fight on the card, which we'll get into.
100%.
So, Diego looked like a young Diego. He didn't look like a aged or weathered
At
Diego.
all.
He looked sharp. He didn't lose any power.
And who
any
did he
quickness.
call out after that?
Bobby Green.
Was it Bobby Green?
Or most submissions, most fights in the UFC. What's his
Jim
name?
Miller?
Jim Miller.
Ooh,
He's calling out the OGs.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it too.
I always like me a good little OG matchup. You know what I mean?
Bobby Green, man, I don't know if you call him the OG still because he's still operating. He is an OG, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's like the ultimate OG gatekeeper.
Yeah, because he ain't going nowhere right now. So he's going to win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. That's the way he operates.
Crazy win.
But let's move on to a very, very good fight, which not yet. Let's pass.
I know it was quick, but you ain't got to skip over.
My fault.
This was a retirement fight for Darren Elkins last night.
The damage
didn't go great. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. What's up with this matchup, man?
I don't know what that kind of matchup was either. Like this rising powerhouse against Darren Elkins. But then again, you know, you can't really argue it because he's fought everybody. He's fought every kind of fighter.
Yeah, I feel like I like just how we were talking with the 2 OGs, man. If you make it 2 OGs for this final fight, I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, he came against a really tough young dude who had a lot of power.
Coming off of a loss, so you know he's wanting to get this one back.
For sure. And, you know, in all honesty, I'm glad it went quick. There's no need for Elkins to go out in his last fight with hospital bills. You know what I'm saying? You might as well go out.
And you know, if the ref didn't get in between that right when he did, Elkins would have got up still.
Yeah, he's still.
Consciously or unconsciously, he would have still stood up.
It would have been all muscle memory.
Right.
You know, because he was rocked pretty good. He went stiff, you know, so don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I like Darren Elkins. His whole career, he's always given his most. He's never given up. He's came back from a lot of fights that we thought he was finished in and showed a lot of heart. And he had a really good career in the UFC. I think 17 fights overall.
I know it was 17 years.
17 years. I'm sorry. 17 years fighting, 20 years in the sport. Anybody who can last that long, you got to get your hands off to him. You know what I mean? That's 100%. A real impressive feat. So to move on to the fight of the night.
Fight of the night.
According to you and I, right?
I don't know how this wasn't fight of the night. And I also don't know how this wasn't co-main on this card. 2 ranked fighters, 1 former title contender, 1 undefeated rising star. I mean, it writes itself.
And it does. And not only that, they brought the heat, boy. These girls, man.
This was it.
The level that these girls are getting at, even in the prelims, there was a serious fight with Gigi. You know, that was another banger of a fight, and it showed all aspects of MMA, and that's what we want to see. We don't want to just see 2 girls or 2 guys just fighting, bang, bang, bang. This is MMA. I want to see all aspects, you know? So I thought
that was that, man.
Oh, definitely. We had cage work, we had ground work, we had stand up, we had knees, we had clinches.
Yeah.
We had the whole aspect.
Honestly,
of the
Lemos in the beginning of the fight, she looked
dangerous.
She looked sharp, man. Like you said, she was hitting with that jump in left hook. Oh, I don't even know if it was a left.
Yeah, I think it was step in left.
It was nasty.
She did some damage.
But Tainara had that body head combo, tagging her with it. And it started getting bloody. And then once she got her in that clinch against the fence,
she abused her. She abused those legs. I don't know why Lemos never raised that leg up to stop some of those knees. I don't get it. But
I know that shit's hurting right now.
For sure. But I think it was a great performance, and it shows the level of MMA these girls are at right now. And anybody wants to step in that side and that ranking level, that's where you got to be.
Yeah.
That's where you got to be.
That's it. Now, like I said, hey, this moves you up in the rankings.
Yeah,
she's
going to be a title contender soon.
And this is strawweight.
Mm-hmm.
She only needs one more.
Yeah, I
she
think
just
if
needs
she gets
one more win, and she's in there.
If she can do that, if she can pull that off,
give her like a Yang Zhanao. Yang Zhanao.
That would be a little war. And what's so strange? I told you she was built like a fullback because she is like she is a powerhouse, man.
Yeah,
she is a powerhouse, and I like to watch her. I like to watch her fight.
Me too. And I can't wait to see her fight once again. So good win, amazing fight, both of y'all.
Should have got
fighted tonight,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
For sure.
But let's get to this young cat right here, Ty Miller.
Ooh, Ty, you looking good, boy.
This dude looking special.
He did. He looked like he belonged, and not at the very beginning of his career. He looked like he's got it going on. You know what I'm saying? This kid looks sharp, long, able to stop the takedowns. He looked really good. I liked him like as a rising star kind of guy.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
170, great build. This is almost like kind of like this. All the strikers are kind of like all these real long, skinnier guys.
Yeah, most dangerous.
Yeah,
the most dangerous when it comes to striking.
And this was piecing him up. Man.
Oh man, he just looks so good and so comfortable in the UFC. I mean, in the Octagon.
Yeah, throwing beautiful combos, messing them up with that jab.
Oh yeah.
And we both agree, Gav shouldn't have even came out in the third round.
No, I think
that eye was messed up.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Maybe the corners just need to do a little bit better job of looking at their fighters and saying, what are we going to gain from this guy's eyes swollen like this? He gets hit a couple more times, it's over. So, I mean, save the fighter, save the injury, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I say. You know, a lot of this is ego for fighters, but I think the coaches need to take control of these situations.
Especially if it leads to it could potentially lead to a
Michael Bisping.
Yeah, a permanent
kind of damage, man. Not from an eye poke, but from all that hit.
Yeah.
Broken orbital. I mean, and then you get hit continuously in
Exactly. And what happened? As soon as he came out in the third round,
bam.
First punch, right on the eye. Game over. So, I mean,
I don't know, man.
Hope your eye's good, man.
Me too.
Nonetheless, Miller, fantastic performance.
Great performance.
Yes, sir.
Rising Star Award for us tonight. That's what I say.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
First sound effect in the pod. All right. Where we at? All right, that was the main card. Let's go over these prelims real quick. We had Stephen Asplund. Go ahead.
Asplund.
Go.
Is that what you're talking about?
Nah.
Oh, I don't
hear me?
Yeah, I don't even want to start with that one.
Pat. We're gonna call you.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go with Pat. Somebody's gonna have to start putting some respect on Steven's name.
Yeah.
Huh? Somebody's gonna have to start putting respect on
every
Steven's
time,
name.
man.
Like he went through the fire last night. He did. He met a really tough young fighter.
Yeah.
And he stood his ground. He took a little beating in the second round.
Both were rocked at certain points.
Right, but he came back in the third and showed his heart and mettle.
Yeah, he did.
And then
that's how he fights, man.
Yeah, he does every fight.
He always brings it.
He brings it. And his call out was Jamal Hill.
Was it actually?
Was
it actually?
Yeah. His call out was Jamal Hill.
I love it. It's not gonna happen, but
no, I don't think it would happen
love it.
this early on. I think he's got a little time to wait on it. But there's plenty of people.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need a number next to your name because Jamal is probably gonna come in the top 10 in this first fight for sure,
and probably deserves.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think Stevens looked good. I also thought Pat looked good.
Fantastic.
You know, and some of this,
he threw such I was just about to say, he threw such a hard ass left hook, and it was an inch away from this dude from being
knockout,
done.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he went.
Yeah, he missed.
If that connected, that would have been lights out.
Yeah, there was a couple times I thought it was gonna be lights out. You know, he threw hard. I think winded. He got winded. You know, they both did, and it came down to metal. It came down to who's gonna dig deeper.
Yeah.
So, and Stevens has showed that he can dig deep. Shit, man, you know this kid could dig deep. He lost all them pounds.
Exactly.
You know he has that in him.
Agreed.
He can button his chin strap, man. So, great win for him. Moves him on up. His record's 8-2.
8-2 is pretty good.
Which is not bad. So we'll
I
be
think he's
seeing
1-1 in the UFC. Well, it's 2-1 in the UFC,
2-1,
including Contender Series, I believe.
So yeah, we'll see him. We'll see what happens and he's in the heavyweight division, so
still
anything
early
can
on.
happen.
Agreed. And I think there's a lot of fun matchups you can give him.
I agree. So let's move this on down to the light heavyweight division.
205ers, we have another Kazakhstani up in the house.
Yeah, confident one.
These dudes are trouble, man.
Yep.
You know they're trouble. The entire region. What is it? DR Nuzgut.
Say it, man. You got it. I know
This
you
one's
do.
rough, man.
You got it.
DR Nurguzai.
There you go.
Nurguzai.
Yeah, I won't even try.
Both names are tough.
Good fight at the very beginning, little feeling out process. I think, how do you say his first name? Dyer?
Dyer?
With an accent. Well, it's not an Irish one, that's for sure. But anyway, I thought it was a good performance for him. He fights a little weird in some ways, his striking style, but he's very effective, and he was able to catch Bruno, rock Bruno, put him against the cage, hit him with the body shot, the left hook to the head, uppercut.
Yeah, what was it? Left body.
Yeah, done. So
good night.
Good performance for him, and it's also good because he adds something to the 205 weight division, a little more prospect coming in and probably make a little noise.
We're talking about his last pod too. It's kind of we've been seeing this new shift of like these young prospects in 205, while the older ones are kind of moving out.
Yeah,
out of it. You know, what I mean?
They are, especially in that division.
You're moving up,
especially in that division. So there's a big shift, right? But not a lot of time to be spent. As somebody, you got to keep an eye on this guy.
Indeed. Louis Sutherland, my man.
Jose.
Yeah, Jose Montaña.
So, what did you think about this fight?
Well, it didn't last long.
No.
And once it got to the ground, got his back, put him in the little, what was that technique you were talking about? Sitting on a high back.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it looked like a rear naked choke. You put him in a kind of like a neck crank. But if you can look, both of his legs were off the ground, so all the pressure was in the middle of his back. So I think that's why he tapped in that situation. Had nothing to do with the fact that he was getting. It did, obviously, it hurt. But when somebody's pulling back on your back and all the pressure and your legs are up in the air, have somebody do that to you one time and see what that feels like and see how long you last. It's not long, especially a big guy like that. His bend isn't going to be much.
Okay, so we're about to take the cameras into the garage, and I'm about to try it on my little brother over here. We're going to see how it feels.
And he says no. But, yeah, I think that's what happened there in that situation. He made quick work of him, So we haven't really get to see the skill level besides, we've seen some jiu-jitsu from Jose, but I'm sure he has more to offer.
Agreed. Manuel Sosa, Contender Series, Richie Miranda. I think most of these guys are probably Contender Series.
Yeah.
It was a goodie. I know Richie looked like freaking Hulk.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
At 155. I was watching the fight. I was like, man, look at these 185ers over here. Nah. Supposedly they're 155. My eyes deceived me.
Yeah, they did. It
was a good match. It was back and forth. Both were rocked as well. And Sosa ended up pulling it out.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good performance. I think Sosa showed that he's got good cardio. Definitely. So, what about Miller? Did we pass Miller?
Nah, she's coming up.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Miles Johns.
Someone who needed a win, right?
Needed a win. Was supposed to fight Raul Rosas Jr.'s older brother.
Yeah.
Pulled out. Something happened. And this man, Yanni Vasquez.
And you got to give Vasquez a lot of credit. That's the second time he's been called up for a 2-day announcement. Like, you get 2 days to prepare, cut weight or whatever. That's, come on, man. In itself, man.
That's ridiculous.
Hopefully they don't. I mean, I think he's 0-2 with that, and it's hard to.
And the first one was against Basharat.
Yeah, so I mean, and he put on a pretty good performance. Dude. As much as he could, he put on a good performance. So to cut a guy like that to come through for you, that's kind of hard. I hope they don't cut him. I hope they keep him.
You got to give him at least a full camp.
Well, yeah, exactly. We don't even know what he's capable of.
And also, if you take short notices like this, there should be a short notice bonus that comes with it.
I agree with that.
Because that's a risk that you're taking.
Yeah, 2 days notice. Come on, man. Reward this boy somehow, some way. But much respect for him to take the fight, to do what he had to do, and for Miles to get the win.
Indeed. Now, last two fights. Juliana Miller and Ravena Oliveira.
So I'll say a little something about Juliana. We've been watching her from the early days.
Ultimate fighter.
She has grown as a fighter. She looked really, really good against a dangerous girl, and she knew she was dangerous. And she took everything she had and got her against the cage, dominated her, took her to the ground, and kind of imposed her will the entire fight, until the end. So, and then she gave a shout out to her city and town. I think it's Seattle. That's on fire, and I thought that was pretty cool to do so. Yeah, but I watched her career. She looked good. She looked really good.
Yeah, that was a great win.
So my second fight of the night
coming right here.
Yeah,
Gigi Canuto, Brazilian. They are both Brazilian. I thought so.
Gigi was American, man.
And Carol Foro from, I believe, The Ultimate Fighter.
They probably from the same.
Are?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the series.
All I know, they must be from the same neighborhood the way they fought. You know what I mean? Like, I own this block.
They were throwing down.
Great
like
fight.
Dudes.
Yeah, great fight, man. It was just a slower version of the girl fight in the main card.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all it looked like to me. But I thought it was a good performance from both girls. And Gigi just, she got outpointed in the end.
Yeah.
So it was a live one.
Heck yeah,
good fight.
Great fight. Great card, man. A lot of finishes.
Woo.
And this leads us on to the news.
All right.
Now, right before we got on, I saw this, and I had to share it. Yeah, I know you just saw that.
Wow.
Tommy McMillan's going to be on the UFC Noche card to fight Rahiki. And
Tommy
Rahiki from Morocco.
That boy's bad. Kickboxer.
He's real bad.
He's good he's good everywhere.
Yeah.
His cardio will be tested. You better be out in the running in the desert in Morocco, man, because I'm telling you, McMillan is no joke, man. He brings it. So it should be a very
both undefeated. So that means somebody's
got to go.
Got to go, my friend.
We gonna
I
see.
can't wait for that one. That's fantastic.
I like it too.
We're also gonna see Bella Mir, Frank Mir's daughter, on the Contender Series. When is it? No, I think it's August. Oh yeah, August 25th. She's gonna be on the headliner, so and she's 4-0. So let's see what she's gonna bring.
Nice.
In the what bantamweight division.
Passing on the family name.
I always love to see that.
Me too. Me too. It's gonna be a very interesting thing.
Now, how about
what
yourself?
Else you
have you heard anything? Any rumors?
Let's see.
Controversies?
Any controversies? I would say not really. I think right now everything is going pretty good. Unfortunately, we had a MMA fighter, a UFC fighter, passed away.
Oh man, yeah.
That's a very, very unfortunate.
Nastia Mento, man. Let me get his.
Seemed very healthy and strong, so that's unfortunate. Like the
yeah,
give
Nastia
condolences,
Mento, man.
right?
34. And they say it was from a heart attack.
Yeah, wow, man. I like to give out condolences to the family, because that's a very tough one for a young man to be in that situation.
Man, yeah.
So, but
that's tragic, man.
We don't definitely want to end on a tragic note. We'd like to end on something a little more positive, like the upcoming next week.
Islam Makhachev. Ian Garry. The Russia-Ireland rematch.
I like that. They're trying to promote it that way.
I do like it. I like the little promos they made.
Well, right now, Russia's 1-0. So we'll see if Ireland can wake it up and take it. But, this is going to be a really good fight. It's going to be a really interesting fight.
Yes.
Because there's two puzzles for both of them.
You know Gary's been getting shit on lately.
Well, I mean, his personal shit is kind of stupid, but,
But he's going to be a problem for Islam.
He will.
It's not going to be no easy one.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible.
It's possible.
But you're going Islam still, right?
Yeah, for sure. I just think Ian Garry probably learned a lot of his wrestling and jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't, a lifetime is a big difference.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing is, for Islam, this is a huge fight for his resume, for his career, especially on our little top 100 list here. Shit. He is ranked right now at number 15 all time, but if he just gets this one defense, on top of that, he finishes him, maybe even a bonus. He will pass up Daniel Cormier, who's at number 11. So that means Islam would be right outside the top 10 under Vanderlei Silva, climbing up the rankings.
And his career is not over.
It's not over. That's what I'm saying. Don't cut it
top
short.
5. If he
can.
If he does, I mean, he won't end up in top 5 on our charts, but like overall, if he stays for another 2-3 years, I mean, he's going to rack it up and be a top 5 all time.
He could, He has the potential to do that.
I think so too.
And there's not a lot of them.
No.
And this comes once. These are special people, man. So it's a huge fight for his legacy and all that. And I hope he stays. I know there's been like crazy talks about him, like kind of cutting it early to leave on top. But come on.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Ian Garry has a chance to shake up the world with this win if he gets it. And I think a lot of people know it's going to be competitive because of the length, but I still think that Islam has the ability to solve all the riddles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do got to say, though, I kind of have a problem with this card.
Oh, the card. Oh, man, dude. No ranked fighters
A
on
UFC 330 in Philadelphia, and we have 2 championship fights. Nice. No other ranked fighters.
0
on this card.
I mean,
that is insane.
It is insane. I mean.
What is? Like, it's so wild, man. It's like, why are we holding these?
I don't understand it, man. But,
names.
They're doing what they're doing. They figured if they give us 2 championship fights that
it makes up for it,
we'll be satisfied, but.
Nah, man, come on. Because I feel like also these last fight nights haven't even been that great when it comes to the cards. Like, overall, you'd expect a little more just movement in the rankings. I think that's important,
Yeah, I do too.
Especially for a pay-per-view. It should be, the entire main card should be stacked.
Just to bring up another issue real quick, there was terrible service from Paramount yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the co-main
ESPN,
we couldn't
man.
see the co-main event pretty much. Had to go to my phone.
The main event too?
Yeah, it was terrible, man. So that's just something we wanted to address. I'm sure other people felt that as well.
Yeah, I saw there was a lot of reports going on around the same exact time. Yeah, that was ESPN all over again, man. That's the reason we got out of there.
Yes, sir.
So we thought.
Yeah. So the card next week is going to be interesting as far as the top 2. There's going to be,
Mackenzie Dern, Gillian Robertson.
It could turn into a striking match, or it could turn into a high-level jiu-jitsu match. We don't know, but we're definitely going to tune in.
We should just go out there and just have a jiu-jitsu match.
Yep. But
I love that.
All in all, I want to let you guys know to stay tuned after this podcast to catch an interview that we've done with a local fighter,
Dylan Ruane.
Interesting young man.
Hope you enjoy our first ever interview, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Hey.
Can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That was a headache. Sorry about that.
No, it's totally fine. I was about to say, we're going to have to make this in person.
Yeah, literally. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing fantastic. How are you?
Good. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Heck yeah, man. Well, this is going to be our first ever interview, so just bear with us while we're trying to figure all these little intricacies out.
Yeah, man. Fair.
Dude, I'm glad to have you on.
Yes, bro. I'm excited. Grace from the nail salon told me about y'all.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
How do y'all know her?
Scout. That's my girl.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's out here
That's
scouting
what's up.
fighters for me. Nah.
Yes, bro. She got it on lock, bro.
That's awesome.
That's sweet. So whenever you're ready, you ready to begin?
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Okay,
do
so
this
we're
thing.
just going to give this little introduction, and then we'll start with, like, asking questions, things like that. All right?
Okay.
All right. Ruane is how you say your last name, right?
Yeah, Ruane.
Ruane. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest for you today on Old School, New School. It's an up-and-coming UFC, MMA fighter, out of Colorado Springs, Dylan Ruane.
What's up,
Very
guys?
happy to have you with us today. You know what I'm saying?
It's a pleasure.
So, here we go. So, Dylan, like at the very beginning, we watched a couple of your fights. We were very impressed. You're my kind of fighter. You put pressure. Your wrestling seems to be your base. I'm not sure if that's correct, but you can correct me on that. So we're going to start out, man. I don't want to start with the MMA. Let's start with your background. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, how you grew up, and what led you to getting into MMA.
Perfect. Well, you're right about the base. I am a wrestler. I was put into wrestling at age 4, so I've been wrestling for a really long time. Kind of did the whole wrestling thing all the way up to high school, and then after state, I didn't place or I didn't win. Well, I placed, but I didn't win, and I wasn't really too interested in going the college route with wrestling, so I ended up quitting. And then just thinking I was going to start a business or something and do that route out of high school, but I ended up getting in with the wrong crowd and I got into some trouble. And yeah, once I got into some trouble, I needed an outlet to kind of get my life back together. So I chose it to be MMA. And as I kept training, I was starting to learn. I'm like, oh wow, like I'm pretty good at this, and I feel like I can take it somewhere. So yeah, I had that glimpse of hope, and I haven't looked back since. So fighting saved me in a way.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, man, I love that. I mean, I feel like that's also a very common story you see in a lot of these fighters. You know, they have a tough upbringing and they find something that just, you know, they feel like they belong. They have a community there. They build these friendships, and I think that's just a wonderful path you took.
Yeah, I do too. So I want to talk a little bit about your style. I mean, the pressure you put on your fighters so far, what I've seen, you don't allow them to get started at all.
No.
Is that part of your strategy, or is that just who you are as a person? I want to go into it. I don't want to wait and fill each other out. How is that?
I think that's just who I am as a person. I've always been one to just jump straight in without checking the temperature first. But I also, it's part of the game plan. Just that's the wrestler mindset, just imposing your will on another person's opponent or on your opponent. And yeah, I think going in there, it's really important for me to set the tone. That's why a lot of my fights, you'll see me open up with a big kick or just a crazy spinning kick.
Yeah.
Just something to be like, hey, I'm here. Be aware of me. And yeah, a lot of times it gets my opponents to back straight up. And yeah, part of it's game plan, but part of it is I just like to scrap. So I'm just, as soon as the bell rings, let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. I see you like that front T kick a lot too. That's a good kick that you have. You use it very well.
Yeah, you know it's such a non-threatening kick. The worst thing someone can do is catch it, and then if you catch it, we're gonna grapple. So that's right into my world.
Exactly. And that's what I was seeing in your style. Like, I like that. I was always telling my son here that if you're an aggressive style fighter, you don't let somebody get into a rhythm. And that's what you do. And you do that very well. So,
thank you guys.
I mean, I like to watch you, man. The first time I seen you was today. My son brought this to me, and I was really impressed. I like that style of fighting.
And I knew you was going to love it, too. This is your type of dude right here.
Yeah. So,
but let me ask you, what high school did you go to? Here in Colorado?
Yeah, I went to Discovery Canyon. It's a newer high school here in Colorado.
Okay, yeah.
We know where that's at, for sure. On you. So, do you have any upcoming fights that we need to know about?
Yes, APFC, the Anthony Pettis Fight League, August 30th. We're going to be on the main card, so it'll be my third pro fight. So looking to go 3-0 in there. So it's a big opportunity.
Great. And could you give a little shout out to your camp and where you fight out of so that we could give them a little shout to, you know, give them a little recognition?
Yeah, I train in 2 separate places. I train at Team Underground in Colorado Springs with Chris Sorlizano as the head coach. And then I drive up to Denver 4 times a week to go train with the pro team, Genesis Fight Team, and the head coach is Jacob Ramos there.
Right on. So future-wise, what are the hopes and dreams and aspirations for you in this sport?
When I got into it, it was to just stay out of trouble and get sober. And then once I found out I was pretty good, I mean, you got to set your dreams to the highest point possible. So UFC champion is the goal, obviously. I don't see
Right.
myself going to any other promotion. I want to go straight to the big show. And yeah, my goals are to be a champion, but also just to be like someone people can look up to and be inspired by, as anyone else wants to, you know?
I like that, man.
I think Colorado's the perfect spot too for that. I mean, this is where
Yeah.
all the fighters come to for training. You probably get a lot of good connections. You know,
Yeah,
Totally.
I think it's really good. The other thing is, do you compete in any like jiu-jitsu tournaments outside of camp or anything like that to stay sharp?
Yeah, I used to do. Now that I'm pro, I can't really do them anymore. But I used to do jiu-jitsu tournaments. I could still do those. My thing with those is they're really expensive, so I don't get to do those too often.
Right.
But there's these point Muay Thai events that go on, and I would compete at those, and those would keep me super sharp, and they're super like affordable. So because my grappling, we knew that was my strong suit, so we really had to get my striking dialed. So I would
Right.
do a lot of IKF point Muay Thai tournaments, and they really helped tune up my skills.
Yeah, because you don't look like you're lacking too much in the striking department. But you know, we haven't seen you in a stand up war yet. You know what I mean, with the stop of the takedown and things like that. But what we've seen is you be able to impose your will on anybody you face so far. And going forward, as we all know in this sport, you're going to face so many different kind of opponents on your way up. You know, and
Totally.
I don't know if you're preparing outside of that. You know what I mean? Because you got to be you got to be super sharp in this sport all the time. You can't let yourself go. So are you training consistently? How's your time regimen?
Yeah, I'm training 3 times a day, 5 days a week. It's more 2 times a day, but
R-
3 times out of the week I gotta sprinkle in a lift here and there. So
Right.
sometimes I'll end up hitting 3 sessions, but from Monday to Saturday, at least 2 sessions of training. And if I can't do anything MMA wise, I'll go run on a trail or just get outside and get some sunlight. But I mean, yeah, that's what I told a lot of my homies who want to get into it. I'm like, if you want to get into it, it's just got to be your lifestyle. It can't be
Yeah.
something you just
Yeah.
occasionally do. So
No,
I live and breathe this stuff like as often as I can.
that's good.
Love
That's
that.
really good. I hope you go far, man. I'm gonna follow your career from now on
So you
out
might
for
have to
sure.
pull up to that next fight, man. Where's
Yeah.
that at?
It's in New Mexico. It's on UFC Fight Pass though.
Oh,
Oh, it's on
oh,
Fight Pass.
really?
Yeah, so
Right
if
on,
y'all have
man.
Fight Pass, y'all can watch it.
Let's
Now, what
go.
about sponsorships? Do you have sponsorships? Are you looking for sponsorships?
Yeah, I got a couple. The place Graceworks, they were talking about sponsoring me. The
Really?
IKF Point Muay Thai that I competed and came up through, they're gonna throw me some money, and then I have a dope meat sponsor in Old Colorado City,
Nice.
Centennial Cuts, and they hooked me up with like 5 to 6 pounds of ground beef every month for free
Oh,
to make sure
that's great.
I'm fed and fueled and locked in, man.
That's amazing.
So if there's any Colorado Springs businesses watching this, or people with the means to do so, we're looking to support Dylan here.
Heck
He's a
yeah,
local fighter, so if you could do anything for him, please do so.
I would love to represent.
And you know it. So, as I said, do you have any brothers and sisters as far as family's concerned?
Yeah, I just have one older sister.
One older sister. Right on, man. Are your parents from Colorado Springs?
Yep. Well, my dad's from Virginia, and my mom is from Montana, but they did meet in Colorado Springs, and then I was born and raised here.
Right on, man. Right
Love
on,
that.
Dylan.
You got any other sports backgrounds growing up? Play anything
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, I played lacrosse and I played football. Probably.
Lacrosse, really?
Yeah, lacrosse was
Contact
probably,
sports. You just like contact. That's the thing.
yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
That's
where I thrive.
Love it.
That's fantastic. So, sponsorships we've covered, and it would be great to see you get a nice sponsorship. But as far as going forward, you have a fight coming up on the 30th, and that's in New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
And how far out do you get these? Because I know it's not like the UFC. You're getting 6 months out and things like that. You're fighting a little more often, right?
Yeah, at first it was like 3 months apart, but now that we're I call it the sprint time, the time to sprint. Because realistically, I just got to string together like 3 or 4 more wins in the way that I've been winning, and I got a
Right.
really good shot of being on the contender series.
Yeah.
So my manager will call me and he's like, "Hey, I got this really good opportunity." So I just fought July 13th.
Right.
That's when I last fought, and then I was planning to fight in October, so I was planning on a few months in between. But then he called me and he was like, "Hey, we got this opponent on this card, and I think it's a really good matchup, so I think you should take it." And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." So I think as a professional, you got to be willing to fight on like a 3 weeks notice and just keep your weight dialed and just be prepared to sprint.
And you're fighting at what weight?
155.
155, a dangerous weight
55.
class.
And what do you walk around as?
I used to walk around at 185 when I had time to cut down, but now that I'm
Gotta
having
be
shorter
ready.
times in between fights, I'm walking around at like 175, just keeping it lower.
Right
Still.
on, man. Because that's always the tough part is cutting that weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a tough weight cut last time. I had a fight a month prior. It got canceled, and then I got rebooked like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and I just didn't like calculate the time in between fights, and I didn't drop my weight fast enough, so it was a tough cut.
Oh, yeah. And that can take away from your skill set all the way, for sure.
Totally.
Now, the one thing I want to cover real quick is, like, I'm sure you fight in the sport, so you know the sport well, and you notice how there's a big change in how they'd like to see more strikers, right? You see that a lot.
Yeah.
So what I've seen is you're using your wrestling for your takedowns, but you're using your jiu-jitsu to make the finishes. So
Totally.
It's a completely different thing if you're just taking somebody down and holding them down. So on your view, how do you see going forward how much you'll use the wrestling base compared to a stand-up? Do you understand what I mean by the question?
Totally. I think I like to mix the martial arts. Like that's super important to me. So I don't think the wrestling will ever go away, especially like in the first period, because when you're facing a dangerous striker, when they're most
Right.
dangerous is in the first period. So if you watch my most recent fight, I like to shoot on people, and then if they stuff the takedown, I'll push them off, and then I'll start striking.
Yeah, I did notice that.
And then as soon as they go to swing back, I'll take
go
another
under.
shot.
Yeah,
I want them to be so overstimulated with how many level changes I'm doing.
Right.
So I'm not too committed to any certain thing, but I'm gonna throw a lot at you. Like I'm gonna shoot this takedown. If you stuff it, okay, now I'm popping up, throwing you some hands. Okay, now you're blocking the hands. I'm gonna throw this kick. If you start coming at me, I'm gonna shoot again. So I just want people to constantly be on the back foot. So the wrestling is just a tool to get people to overreact to big strikes. I think the wrestling sets up my knockouts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, you my style of fighter, man. I like it. I'm gonna follow you, man. We really appreciate you stopping by and talking to us and giving us the first interview because if you go back in time, I mean, when we go forward in time, this will come one day to be a valuable piece of work right here.
Totally. I promise. I'm going to the top, guys.
I ain't mad at you, man. We're not mad at you. We're going to follow you.
And we'd love to have you back on for sure, dude. And
Totally.
probably next time in person.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys are in Colorado, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right,
I
man.
will. I'll go win on the Anthony Pettis Fight League, and we can set up another interview for sure. You guys are awesome. You guys do really good.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You take care, man. We appreciate your time.
Yes. You guys take care. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys soon, okay?
All right, to you, brother. Good. God bless.
God bless. Peace out, y'all.
Yes, sir.